What if the biggest lie football ever told us wasn't about who the greatest player was?
Is the Messi-Ronaldo debate finally settled?
What if it was something far more dangerous? For nearly 20 years, millions of people believed they were watching a rivalry. They weren't. They were watching something that should never have been possible. Every season, the same story repeated itself. One man performed a miracle, and the other answered. One looked finished, and the other somehow became even better. Managers came and went, teams rose and fell, and entire generations of players appeared and disappeared. Yet somehow, these two remained. And after a while, we stopped asking a very simple question. What happens when the two people who made football feel permanent finally run out of time? Because the truth is, we were never just watching Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. We were watching our own lives move alongside them. And when they started to disappear, something else disappeared too. An entire generation grew up believing this story would never end. Every year, the script stayed the same. Messi would do something impossible, and Ronaldo would answer. Again and again and again.
And then Ronaldo! Messi, around Zimmerman, Messi!
Naturally, the debate spread everywhere, in stadiums, in schools, in homes, and across every corner of the internet. Who was the greatest of all time? We treated it like a football argument. But was it? Some people saw themselves in Messi, the quiet genius, the player who made impossible things look easy. Others saw themselves in Ronaldo, the fighter, the man who refused to accept limits. Choosing a side wasn't just about football, it was a way of defining who you believed you were. We all knew how football worked. Great players rise, great players peak, and great players decline. We had seen it happen hundreds of times. So why did we believe these two would be different? Most great players dominate for 5 years, a few manage 10. Messi and Ronaldo stayed at the top for 20. And every comeback, every last-minute goal, and every season that should have been the end but wasn't, made us believe something we should never have believed. Maybe greatness could defeat time. Then something happened. Not all at once, but slowly. The heavy touches appeared, the explosive runs became less frequent, and the impossible became difficult. But we didn't accept it. We called it bad form. We blamed managers, we blamed tactics, and we searched for reasons. Because if Messi and Ronaldo were getting old, what did that say about the rest of us? But the end doesn't wait for permission. On December 10th, 2022, there was no perfect goodbye, no speech, and no celebration. There was only Cristiano Ronaldo walking alone down a concrete tunnel, crying. For 20 years, he had been treated like a man who could overcome anything. But in that tunnel, the myth and the image disappeared. The belief that some people never lose was gone. For the first time in a very long time, there was no superstar. There was only a man realizing that his dream was over. 8 days later, Lionel Messi lifted the World Cup. The world exploded. People cried, people screamed, and people celebrated in the streets. For millions of football fans, it was the happiest moment they had ever experienced. But beneath the global joy was another feeling. A feeling that was harder to describe. Relief. For almost 2 decades, football had been waiting for this moment. Every World Cup defeat, every Copa America final, every argument, every debate, and every claim that Messi could never be the greatest without winning the World Cup, it had all been building toward one night. And suddenly, it was over. The question that had followed Messi for his entire career had finally been answered. The debate that had consumed an entire generation had finally reached its ending. For the first time in years, nobody needed to defend him anymore. Nobody needed to explain him, and nobody needed to protect him. The pressure disappeared, the argument disappeared, and the unfinished story disappeared. And perhaps that is why so many people cried. Not because the journey was continuing, but because it was finally over. For the first time in decades, football could breathe. And now, we have reached the final chapter. We still watch in awe as they chase the last great moments of their careers. And somehow, even now, they continue to do things that don't feel possible. But something has changed. The illusion is gone. We watch them knowing that every goal, every celebration, and every appearance could be one of the last. And perhaps that changes everything. Because for the first time in 20 years, we are not watching two footballers chase greatness. We are watching greatness itself slowly disappear. The sport is doing what it always does. It is moving on. Kylian Mbappe arrived with terrifying speed. Erling Haaland arrived with unprecedented physical dominance. And Lamine Yamal emerged as the face of a new generation. The next era had already begun. So why did so many people refuse to accept it? Why did we keep saying football would never be the same? Was it because the new players weren't good enough? Or was it because accepting a new era meant accepting that our own era was over? We told ourselves that nobody would ever be as great, that football would never feel the same, and that what we had watched could never happen again. But every generation says that. They said it when Pelé slowed down, they said it when Maradona faded, and they said it when Zidane walked away. The names change, but the feeling stays the same. Because football was never really a battle between players. The real opponent was always time, and time has never lost. We think we are mourning the end of two football legends, but that is only part of the truth. What we are really mourning are the people we were when they were at their peak. The child rushing home from school. The teenager arguing with friends. The late-night matches with people who are no longer there. The moments that felt like they would last forever. Messi and Ronaldo were never just footballers. They became part of our own story. Their careers unfolded alongside our childhoods, our friendships, our families, and our memories. They did not give us something that lasted forever. They gave us 20 years of believing that forever might actually exist. And maybe that is the real reason this inning hurts. Because when Messi and Ronaldo finally became human, we were forced to accept something we had spent 20 years trying not to see. Nothing lasts forever. Not even greatness.